Hello, my dear pharmacy students. Welcome to the Fundamental Pharmacy. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. My dear students, if you are preparing for GPAT Niper 2023 Drug Inspector Government Pharmacist exam, this video is very important for you. And in this session, we'll see pinpoints from pharmacognosy. And please watch this video until end. Now, in this session, we'll see pinpoints regarding the alkaloids. So origin, history and introduction of alkaloids. So what do you mean by alkaloids? So alkaloids are nothing but the secondary metabolites of the plant, and alkaloids means alkali-like substances. Alkali-like means alkali is the basic in nature. So alkaloids are also a basic compounds. So they are nothing but the basic heterocyclic nitrogenous compound of plant origin. They are physiologically active and they will have at least one nitrogen in the structure. Now this alkaloids was the term that was coined by this scientist known as Messener, a German pharmacist in 1819 coined the term plains alkane. The plains alkane means alkaloids itself. The term alkaloid or plains alkane was coined by Messener. Remember this. This can be asked in the various exams. These kind of alkaloids, we are using this kind of alkaloids for various purposes. For poisoning the animals, we are using these alkaloids as a medicine in different way, like poultries, teas, etc. These alkaloids are very important. They will have wide physiological actions in the human. The French chemist Derosine in 1803 was isolated first alkaloid, that is nothing but the nicotine. So remember, nicotine was the first alkaloid isolated by this scientist known as Derosine. Okay. Now we'll see the next part. So there are different variety of physiological actions produced by alkaloids. They will have a high biological activity. They will produce varying degree of responses in the humans. Some alkaloids will interfere with the neurotransmitter. For example, reserpine. It depletes the catecholamines from the synapse. Then some alkaloid will interfere with the membrane transport. Some alkaloid will inhibit the protein synthesis. For example, colchicine. These alkaloids in large doses they are toxic and they may be fatal. For example, strychnine. And in small doses these alkaloids have varying degree of therapeutic effect. इनका use हो सकता है बहुत ज़्यादा. So atropine is used as a therapeutic agent. So these alkaloids may be either anticholinergic, muscle relaxant, tranquilizer, painkillers, and or psychotherapeutic agent, and they are also used in the chemotherapy. Now few alkaloids are psychoactive alkaloids. They may be either stimulant, for example like caffeine, cocaine, ephedrine, or these alkaloids may be either hallucinogen like tropin alkaloids and ergot alkaloids like lysergic acid derivative, or these alkaloids may be depressant like morphine, codeine, heroin. Okay, and these alkaloids may be either narcotic. Narcotic means those drugs having addictive property. Okay, so particularly these morphine alkaloids, they are having addictive property. These alkaloids they occurs in the plant in a different forms. So they are either present in the free form or they are present in the salt of acids. They may occur in the form of salt of organic acid like salt of oxalic acid or acetic acid, or they may be either present in the free form, or they may either appear as a salt of inorganic acid like salt of hydrochloric acid, salt of sulfuric acid, or they may occur in the plant as a salt of special acids. For example, so opium alkaloids they are present in the form of salt of macoic acid. So opium alkaloids they are present in the plant in the form of salt of macoic acid. So cinchona-alkaloids they are present in the plant in the form of salt of quinic acid, or these alkaloids may be either they are present in the plant maybe in the form of glycoside. For example, solanine in Solanum nigrum. Solanine is a alkaloid which is present in the form of glycoside in the Solanum nigrum. So these points are very important. These already have been asked in the exam. So forms of alkaloids, they have already asked the question on this. They say opium alkaloids they are present in the form of macoic acid. Cinchona-alkaloids they are present in the form of quinic acid. Ergot alkaloids they are present in the form of lysergic acid. Okay, so these questions they have already asked in the GPAT as well as Niper. Now we'll see the next point. Now classification of alkaloids. This is a very important point. and already they asked a lot of times. So alkaloids are classified into these four types. So true alkaloids, proto-alkaloids, pseudo-alkaloids, and false alkaloids. So what do you mean by true alkaloids? They are also known as the typical alkaloids, and these true alkaloids, they are biosynthesized from amino acids. They are the derivatives of amino acids, and nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic ring. For example, atropine. So atropine is a true alkaloid where nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic ring. Such kind of alkaloids, they are known as true alkaloids. So remember, they are synthesized from, or they are biosynthesized from amino acids, and nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic ring. Now proto-alkaloids, second one is a proto-alkaloids. So they are known as the alkaloidal amines, and they are derived from amino acids and do not consist of nitrogen in the heterocyclic ring. For example, ephedrine. Now third one is known as pseudo-alkaloids. So they are not biosynthesized from amino acid, but they will have nitrogen in the heterocyclic ring. Okay. For example, caffeine. So it is not synthesized from, or it is not derived from amino acid, but still it will have nitrogen in the heterocyclic ring. So they are derived from nucleotides. Okay, they are derived from nucleotides. Now fourth one is a false alkaloids. So they are not a true alkaloids, they are not an alkaloid, but they will give you the identification test positive. The identification test for alkaloids will be given positive by this kind of chemicals. They are known as a false alkaloid. So remember, they have already asked the question on proto-alkaloids. If it in GPAT 2020-21 also, they have already asked the question on proto-alkaloids. Then pseudo-alkaloids also, they have already asked question. Remember, true means what? True means biosynthesized from amino acid and nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic. Proto means they are known as alkaloidal amines. They are synthesized from amino acid but do not have nitrogen in the heterocyclic ring. Now third one is known as pseudo-alkaloids. Pseudo-alkaloids means they are not derived from amino acids. They will have nitrogen in the heterocyclic ring, like caffeine. Remember the examples also, because examples are very important. Now you can see over here the structure of true alkaloid. It is a structure of your atropine. Okay, so you can see nitrogen is present in the as a part of heterocyclic ring. Now this is example of alkaloidal amine. This is ephedrine. This structure was asked in GPAT 2021 sorry 22. GPAT 22 में इसका structure पूछा है, ठीक है. So it is alkaloidal amine. So they are biosynthesized from amino acid, but nitrogen is not present in the heterocyclic ring. Now this one is known as a pseudo-alkaloids. This one is known as a pseudo-alkaloids. It is a structure of your caffeine. So you can see over here, it is not biosynthesized from amino acid, but nitrogen is present in the heterocyclic ring. So they are synthesized from nucleotides: adenine, guanine, purine, pyrimidine. Okay, so this caffeine is biosynthesized from purine alkaloids. Okay, now we'll see the chemical test for alkaloids. It is again a very important point, and a lot of times they already asked the question on this. What are the different identification tests for alkaloids? So there are 6 identification tests for alkaloids. So first one is nothing but it is known as a Mayer's reagent. It is known as a Mayer's reagent, and it has a potassium mercuric iodide solution. M for mercury, potassium mercuric iodide solution. So if alkaloids are there, they will give you white or pale yellow or cream colored precipitate. So all kind of alkaloid, they will be precipitated by this Mayer's reagent, except your caffeine, purine type of alkaloids. Okay, remember. So already they have asked a lot of times this question in GPAT Niper, drug inspector, government pharmacist exam. All this chart is very important. Again, second test is nothing but the drag and drop reagent. Potassium bismuth nitrate solution. Potassium bismuth nitrate iodide solution. Remember, potassium bismuth. So if alkaloids are present, they will be precipitated and they will give orange color precipitate. Now third test is known as a Wagner's reagent. It is nothing but the iodine solution. If alkaloids are present, they will give you brown or reddish brown precipitate. Now next test is nothing but the tannic acid test. So alkaloids are precipitated by tannic acid. So 5% solution of tannic acid are used, and this tannic acid precipitates the alkaloid. and give you a precipitate which is soluble in the dilute acids or ammonia solution. Now one thing remember here, because this tannic acid precipitate the alkaloids, this tannic acid is used in the universal antidote. Now fifth test for identification of alkaloids, that is a Hager's reagent. Hager's reagent means saturated solution of picric acid, and it will give you yellow precipitate with the alkaloids. Now sixth test is a ammonia ranticate test. So here saturated solution of ammonia ranticate is used, and you will get a pink fluorescence precipitate with the most of the alkaloids. So remember, Mayer's means potassium mercury iodide, dragon drops means potassium bismuth iodide, Wagner's means iodine solution, then tannic acid means 5% tannic acid, Hager's reagent means saturated solution of picric acid, and ammonia ranticate test means ammonia ranticate solution. So this is very important. They have already asked a lot of times. GPAT में, नाइपर में, ड्रग इंस्पेक्टर, गवर्नमेंट फार्मासिस्ट एग्जाम, सभी एग्जाम में ये इस चार्ट में से क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी आ चुके हैं. अगेन if you want full lectures regarding each and every subject, you can join our GPAT Niper 2023 online course of 8,000 rupees for 1 year, where you will get live lectures on Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Recorded lectures also available in our application. Study material will be given to you on hard copy at your doorstep. Online test series will also be there. Download our Fundamental Pharmacy application from Play Store, or you can contact me on these numbers. We have very promising result in the GPAT and Niper 2022. Thank you very much for watching this video, and stay tuned for next video.